ball game, and Abdullah Fall gets 11.4 a ball game and grabs 4.2 rebounds a contest. Again, Indian Hills, ranked number 9 in the country, would be favored here in this game, but we know over the years it's been very tough to win here, and we've found ourselves in some real dogfights, including a loss last year here at Saux Valley. Lots of folks tuned in. Stan Roop, Chris Shondell, Jeffrey Tuttle. My dad says me and brother Delbert. Angie Ham from Mountain Home, Arkansas, they're tuned in. Ricky Webster, Bob and John and Gail tuned in from Chile, Florida. Yeah, right, Chile, Florida. The opening tip goes to the Warriors, and this ball game is underway. Yes, sir. Right out of the chute. A Morgan's Corner three-pointer. For the Warriors, Trenton Walters knocking it down to get us started, and it's a 3-0 lead. 7:04 is our official start time tonight. Abdullah Fall to Walters to the corner. Costello, that one is a little too strong, and rebound out of there by Naheem Northern, and here come the Skyhawks. J.P. Schilling gets it over to Kyle Jones. Warriors, as always, in the man-to-man. Baseline jumper for Jones is off the mark. Rebound, Abdullah Fall. Kind of a neat arena here, gymnasium, I guess you would call it. It's got obviously a high school feel to it. As the Warriors turn it over, Jones leaves it for Malith, and he's going to be fouled by Will Casey. So Malith will go to the free throw line for a couple of free throws. Van Claiborne tuned in. Tammy Paris tuned in. Kim Conklin Garner tuned in. Welcome in, everybody. Glad to have you. Watching us here on Go Hills TV, powered by JBS, bringing more to the table. Indian Hills 14-4 on the season. That's should have been an over and back. We got lucky there. That should have been an over and back. Abdullah was the last guy to touch it before going across the half-court line. So Indian Hills catches a break, and we get the bucket on the other end at the hoop there. Will Casey gets on the board, and it is 5-2. I'm surprised that Coach Sharp or somebody wasn't hollering for that call. Too strong and grabbed out of there by Will Casey. Casey, a little hop in his step, looking to go to the corner, and we catch a break there. Almost turned it over, but it goes out of bounds off of Naheem Northern. Rico Yarbrough checking in for the Skyhawks, and the Warriors will have it under January 7th. Costello gives it back up to Walters. Skyhawks in what appears to be a 1-2-2 zone here. Abdullah goes to the floor, and we're going to get a foul call. That's going to go against Rico Yarbrough. You may remember, Warrior fans, over here last year, 53 total fouls were called last year. The game took over 3 hours, it seemed. I don't have the official time on it. I'll have to check that, but I think it was near 3 hours long, and it was pending snowstorm that we got into on the way home. So it was a rough night for a night full of fouls, but that is what we got ourselves into. Will Casey. Yes, sir. Morgan's Corner three-pointer knocked down by Will Casey, and he's got 5 tonight in the early goings, and it's an 8-2 Indian Hills lead. Pauline Crothers. Butch and I tuned in. Go Warriors. 9 on the shot clock. To the corner, Jones. Up to Schilling. He's going to let it fly. Off the rim, no good. And grabbed out of there by Jamal Intizami. And here come the Warriors with Trenton Walters handling things. Casey thought about it. Now Will trying to get to the hoop. No call there, out of bounds. Pastor Phil Griffith tuned in. Let's go Warriors. Welcome in, Pastor Phil. So we did something today that it's only the second time we've done it in now our 5th year of Go Hills TV. That's rode over with the team. We hopped on the bus, rode over with the team. Walters defending Schilling. Now Schilling gives it up to Yarbrough. Yarbrough trying to get to the hoop, dumps it off for Northern, and he gets the little baby hook. 10-4 now in favor of your Warriors. Chris Shondell is watching from Houston, Texas. I have some choice words for you, Chris, but I'll keep them to myself. Yes, sir. Morgan's Corner three-pointer for Walters. Of course, Chris and I are very good friends, so it's all in good fun. But you know what I think about you being in Texas and me being in the bitter cold of the Midwest, my friend. Go Warriors from Anderson, South Carolina. BP Hanks tuned in. 13-4. Walters was 6 in the ball game. He's knocked down a couple Morgan's Corner three-pointers. And Will Casey will come out, and Caden Nation. 15:37 left to go in the opening half of basketball. Just getting our feet under us here in this one. Off the mark from Maleth, but a good hustle play and a rebound there by Muhammad. Shot clock reset to 20. It's now at 10 as Schilling can't hit it. Tazami on the boards, gets it up to Caden Nation. Nation thought about letting it fly, now gives it up to Abdullah. Skyhawks again in the zone. Walters dribbles around a little bit. Shot clock at 9. Long three-pointer from Nation is off the front of the rim, no good. And Muhammad out of there with the rebound. Here come the Skyhawks. Chan Maleth will give it up. Yarborough. 13-4 Warriors. Yarborough trying to get to the rack. It's off the mark, tipped out, and Trenton Walters comes through traffic to grab that one. Young man out of Frisco, Texas. Perkins. Yes, sir. Morgan's Corner three-pointer for QP3. Lead, 14:20 to go in the opening half. And we got a shout out to Mason Costello's grandma. Bev Kaiser is watching from Arizona. Welcome in, Bev. Sure you're awfully proud of that young man, the reigning ICCAC Athlete of the Week for men's basketball. And I'm curious what you think of the haircut and the headband. I like it myself, but I'm curious to see what Grandma thinks of it. Almost went in for Muhammad, just trying to throw one up to beat the shot clock. So we'll see what Grandma thinks. He's got the black headband for the road game. He had the white headband the other night. Abdullah Fall is going to go to the free throw line. Abdullah out of... Man, I could not even imagine. I'm telling you, I hate cold weather so bad. I had my coat on here in the gym till about 5 minutes before game time, and we got here at 5 o'clock. So it took me a long time to get warmed up after just being outside for a little bit. Good find and finish there as Wakati finds Maleth, and they get the bucket. Perkins trying to go baseline through some traffic. Now goes to the corner. Abdullah Falls able to keep his possession alive. And yes, sir, a Morgan's Corner three-pointer for Quentin Perkins. That's his second long-range shot tonight. And that's going to be a basket and a foul for Mohammed. I think that should have been a play on, but the officials are... Let's go Warriors. Mallory watching, one of our favorite people in the whole wide world. Mallory Waltering. Barb Lindemeyer likes our start tonight. I'm with you, Barb. I like her intensity. And so far, so good on the shooting. Caden Nation needs a friend. Dumps it to Bridges. Bridges, no good, but he got it back. Up and under and in for Tayshaun Bridges, young man out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 22-9 Warriors. That three-pointer is good for Bryce Coleman. 22-12. The lead is 10 with 12:07 to go. Barb Quigley, Jerry and I watching. Go Warriors. Good crowd tuned in online tonight. And we are very happy to have you dialed in. Bridges down the lane, hangs, no foul call there as it's knocked loose. And the Skyhawks with a chance to get it to single digits here. SW Oker on the call. Got a foul coming here on Big Money. He didn't like it, but the official saw something he didn't like. Emma Slaughter's on our high-definition camera provided by Dr. Mark Altfellich at the Optical Shop in downtown Ottumwa. And Titus Lentring is producing and directing, flying the mothership tonight. Simmerich, Perkins, Nation, Bridges, and Alan Johnson on the floor right now for the maroon and gold. 10-point lead, 11:36 left in the opening half. Coleman kicks it out to Jones, who swings it over to Mays, and now with 2 on the shot clock from the corner, J.P. Schilling is too strong. They get the rebound. That's Ed Wiggins, and another chance for Coleman. That's too strong. Wiggins with another board. So a third opportunity this trip down for the Skyhawks. Coleman kicks it to the corner, and that one is good. So the third time was the charm there as Perion Mays out of Madison, Wisconsin knocks down the three-pointer. It's 22-15 in favor of the Warriors. The Skyhawks get it down to 7. Vlad, in a lot of traffic, steps through it, clunks it off the bottom of the rim, gets it back, gets this guy in the air, and now a foul. A lot of contact down there, and Vlad will go to the free throw line. The foul. Happy to see Vlad make a couple of free throws, and he'll trot off, and J.B. Dashagas will come in. Chris and Laura Conrad tuned in. Nancy Ritter, Damerville. Jeff and I are watching Go Warriors. So welcome in, everybody. What else would you rather do tonight than watch a little basketball on Go Hills TV? I mean, if you're in the Midwest, you certainly don't want to be hanging out outside unless you got a hot tub or something. To the hoop, no good. Fight for it, and Dashagas comes out of there with the board, gets it out to Amante. Amante racing up the floor, leaves it for Bridges into the lane. Dashagas turns, and he's going to go to the free throw line. I don't think JB knew how wide open he was. He had nobody behind him. Nachos. And I'm telling you what, those are fantastic. Now, see, Nick, when you say things like that, what happens is Titus gets up and takes off, and I have to tell him, no, you can't go there right now, buddy. You got to finish work, and then we'll go home, and they're probably going to be closed when we get home tonight. So, yeah, it's a huge distraction. Titus loves those. He also loves the clucker nuts and basically the entire menu at the Warehouse Barbecue and Brew. Alan Johnson has that one redirected for him. Now we'll be looking for episode 5 of the JUCO Jam tomorrow. And it's high time, Nick, that you do get up to a game at the Hellier Center. I don't know what you're waiting on. Caden Nation needs a friend. Kicks it over to Perkins, and there's going to be a foul. J.P. Schilling got a little bit too fresh with him, and the official said that's against the rules. 9:20 left on the clock here in the first half, and now tuned in. Let's go Warriors. Costello rolled around and wouldn't go. Fight for the ball, and it's going to be a good hustle play by Will Casey to keep the possession alive, throwing it off of the Skyhawk player. Johnny tuned in. Alan Rice, Alan Lana have been waiting for this all day. Go Warriors. A foul, that's offensive on the Warriors. And that's going to go against J.V. Dashagas. That'll be come out, and Tazami will go back in. And Naheem Northern couldn't handle that one. It'll be a turnover on the Skyhawks. They average turning it over 18.3 times a ball game. That has been a problem for Coach Sharp and his squad this year. Well, we love everything from the Warehouse, but it's been too long since I've had a Morgan's Corner burger. I had a couple early in the season. Have not had one yet in 2025, so I need to find some time to get there for a Morgan's Corner burger, which is I don't know how you're going to get any better than a Morgan's Corner Burger. Bridges dumps it down. Good find by Tayshawn. Intizami with a baby hook. Got it. Jamal Intizami with a bucket for the Warriors. And it's a 10-point lead with 8:21 to go in the opening half of basketball. Indian Hills will be back at the Hellier Center next Saturday to open up Region 11 play as Bridges gets a piece of that one. And now he's got to stutter and go, and he's going to go to the free throw line. The official will make the call. That's going to go against number 3, Kyle Jones. It'll be the 5th team foul on the Skyhawks. Bridges could not convert. And Bridges missed them both, but Will Casey gets the rebound. Tayshawn down the lane with the floater, rolls around and drops for Bridges. And Bridges almost with the steal, but the official thought he got into him a little bit. Coach Dewey disagrees, but something and say, I think you might have missed that one. I'm guessing not, but almost for Bridges. That's his first foul. 5 team fouls on the Warriors. 7:39 now to go in the first half. Yarborough puts it up, no good. Costello had it knocked loose, but got it back and got it off to Walters. Walters to Intizami, and the baby dunk. Thought we might get us a hey baby there, but maybe not enough authority on it for that. A.T. Manuan is on the floor, wearing number 24 tonight. And the Warriors take it away. Up the floor, Will Casey is going to be fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. That foul is going to be against Jones, his second, 7th team foul, and that will put Casey at the line for a 1-and-1. Don Smith from Burlington says, hi, can't wait for the War on 34 Blackhawks versus Indian Hills level that does quite what we do. There's some good broadcast out there, but I don't know of anybody else that travels the way we do at Indian Hills. And that's because of the commitment of our administration and the support of our sponsors. And we're honored to be able to be here and bring it to you. 12-point lead after that three-pointer. Inside to Casey. Casey. Costello. Mason has it knocked loose into the hands of Manuan. 9 on the shot clock. A.T. to Walters. Trenton's got 6. Three-pointer is off the rim, no good, and that's going to be a foul on Jamal. 6 team fouls, and that is Hall of Fame night. So we're looking forward to that. Congratulations to the 1971 football team, conference champs, and they will go into the Indian Hills Hall of Fame, as will 2-time Olympic silver medalist and Warrior legend Kenny Bednarik. So it's going to be a very sock out at the Irma W. Winslow Education Center is a reception for that 71 football team. So that's going to be pretty exciting and a lot of fun. Hopefully folks will come out to that and visit with the team. And for some people, see some guys that they probably remember when they were 18, 19 years old. And a travel on Will Casey. Deb Worley, thanks for the kind words. And we always love to see that name come across. Of course, Deb's been the librarian in Centerville for years, and she loves Indian Hills, and she has been a phenomenal asset to the young men and women who come through Indian Hills Community College. Costello, no good. Might need to think about switching to the white headband. The shoes, Titus says it's the shoes. So new shoes tonight for Costello. 12-point Warrior lead. Make it 10 as Coleman is able to finish at the hoop. .455 and counting in the opening half of basketball here in Dixon, Illinois. Casey. To Walters. Walters. Yes, sir. Morgan's corner three-pointer for the Frisco kid. He's got 9 now in the ball game, and he has got his groove tonight. Knocking down the Morgan's corner three-pointers, now putting the defense on J.P. Schilling. Maleth is off the mark, but a good rebound by Naheem Northern. And he puts it in. 4:09 to go, 11-point Indian Hills lead. Abdullah Fall, Will Casey, Mason Costello, Trenton Walters, and A.T. Manuan on the floor for the Warriors. Manuan thought about it. He goes into the lane, hangs in the air, puts it off the glass, wouldn't go. But Abdullah Fall's got it. Fall has it knocked loose, out of bounds, Skyhawk basketball. Ronald Wakati checks in. Casey and Manuan come out. Intizami and Bridges check in for Indian Hills. Instant replays provided as always by River Community Credit Union. Bridges knocked it loose and then almost got to it before Maleth, but the Skyhawks come away with it. That ball is loose on the floor. Northern. Abdullah Fall, the wraparound. 3-point takedown now with the new rules for Abdullah. Titus is throwing the brick. He wants the takedown call. Alternate possession will give the basketball to the Skyhawks. Speaking of wrestling, we're back home on the 15th of January. We hope to see you at the multi-purpose building in Centerville as Indian Hills takes to the mats again for men's and women's wrestling. The ball comes into Wakati. Ronald Wakati out of Portland, Maine. Blocked by Costello. Now Abdullah may have got away with one there. He may have been able to keep his hand in the right place. Costello wouldn't go. Rebound Abdullah Fall working through traffic, up and in. And the Warrior lead is 13. We go under 3 minutes here in the opening half. That ball is knocked loose, and Bridges comes away with it. Numbers for the Warriors. Bridges, contact, and he'll go to the line. Abdullah Fall blew a tire on that one. Tayshawn got them both that time. .15 lead, our largest to the ball game so far. Warriors put a little jump defense on. Maleth has it, and I think Perkins, I think the Texas Ranger may have laid down the law a little bit there too and got a piece of that one. Up ahead to Perkins. He's into the lane. Kicks it out to Nation, to the corner. Now Bridges going baseline, and he throws it away. Lost his balance. Maleth to Wakiti, and he knocks it down. And the Warrior lead is 12. Wakati, excuse me. Caden Nation. No good. Tried to draw the foul, couldn't do it. $1:54 to go in the half. And a foul on this end. He's going to put Mustafa Mohammed, young man out of Fort Worth, Texas, 6'4" sophomore, is going to be going to the free throw line. Got his haircut coming into the new year. And then sporting the headband. Had a great night against Wabash Valley. He is the reigning ICCAC Athlete of the Week. Tonight, Titus thinks it's the shoes that are causing the problem. He's not wearing the same shoes. Allen Johnson into the lane and lost the handle and out of bounds. We had almost an easy bucket there, but they knocked it loose and it rolled off the Warriors. So now Intizami will come in for Vlad. 9-point Indian Hills lead. We've got $1:27 to go in the first half. Saux Valley plays in Region 4, Northern Region of Illinois. Caden Nation pounding Perion Mays. Now, big money. That could have maybe almost been, I'm not sure who that hit last. That could have almost been over and back. 4 on the shot clock. Knocked loose by Big Money, and he's going to be fouled. Amante will go to the free throw line. Monte Allen Johnson out of Flint, Michigan. That foul went against Maleth. Free throws coming for Amante, 70.4% on the season. I'd like to see the replay on that one that was tipped as well and hit. I felt like it hit their foot and then went across, but we'll see. Anyway, we're going to go under a minute here in the first half. 9-point lead. Amante unable to execute on the free throws. Jamal Intizami says, I'll take that. Gives it up to Allen Johnson. He gives it to Quentin. Perkins. And a running one-legger, and he got it. One of my favorite shots is the old running one-legger. That was my money shot if I played a game of horse or pig. And Perkins made it look easy. 29 seconds to go in the half. Perion Mays off the backboard, no good. They track it down. Naheem Northern gets the rebound. 20 seconds to go. 2 seconds between game clock and shot clock. So we should get another possession, although it may be a short one. Muhammad spins, shoots, no good. And saved, and now we may not see the ball again. Maleth, no good. Rolling towards the out of bounds. It'll go out with 1.4 to go. It'll be Warrior basketball. 11-point lead. Titus says something on the replay. I'll check that as we get set for the Hy-Vee halftime. Manuan. Oh, got some net, but came up just a little short. And the Warriors will take a 41-30. We are ready for the second half of action. Costello, Walters, Intizami, Casey, and Fall on the floor for Indian Hills to open the second half of play. 11-point Indian Hills lead. Casey to Costello to Abdullah. Intizami kicks it down to Will. Will, with the fadeaway, is off the mark. And Caden Nation is going to check in for Will Casey. .1935 just underway in the second half of basketball. Shout out to Steve Allison, tuned in. Steve runs the book at the home games. Knock loose, and Caden Nation comes away with it for Indian Hills. Up the floor to Costello. Costello trying to get it inside to Intizami. He does. Jamal couldn't get the first one over the rim, but the second one is up and in. And Jamal Intizami now has 6 points in the ball game. Lead back to 11 now after that basket. Knock loose, taken away by the Skyhawks. And Maleth couldn't finish. Abdullah out of there with it. Costello. Yes, sir. Morgan's corner three-pointer for Mason Costello. And we'll see if he likes this into the floor a little bit better. He knocks down his first effort of the second half and runs the lead to 14, but now going to the line is going to be J.P. Schilling. All right, how about a little second half trivia for you? 30 Miles has checked in for Indian Hills. So a little Warrior, well, it's not really Warrior trivia, it's a little trivia in general. See who's the first to come up with that answer. I'm sure folks are going to know it. Caden Nation. Yes, sir. Morgan's corner three-pointer from the young man from Peoria, Illinois, playing in his home state tonight. And the lead is 16 for Indian Hills. That is our largest. Costello is going to be whistled. So on February 6, 1911, what happened in Tampico, Illinois, 30 miles from where we are at here in Dixon. Chris Shondell, Titus couldn't finish a meal. 11. So good job, Ed. Barb Lindemeyer was on that as well. We dip under 18 minutes here in the second half of play. Indian Hills trying to pick up our 15th win of the season. Going to get a Hy-Vee Warrior win. Yes, sir. Morgan's corner three-pointer for the Frisco Kid. He's knocked down 4 of those tonight, and he's got 12 points to lead all scorers. Off the mark. Walters has it. To Nation. Nation dumps it to Jamal. Hey, baby! Jamal Intizami with the dunk for the Warriors. And the Warrior lead is 20 now. Nice cut to the hoop. Good finish by Naheem Northern. Barb, gotta love Google. Oh, you knew that, didn't you, Barb? You knew we were near the birthplace of Ronald Reagan. Costello to Walters. Bridges up and under and in. Tayshaun Bridges. Out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin with the finish for the Warriors. Ed didn't use Google. I knew Ed would know that. Ed Pancrazio tuned in tonight. An Army veteran. And just one heck of a dude. One of my favorite folks. Intizami's got it up ahead to Nation. Nation off the glass. Wouldn't go. Bounced on the rim a few times, but said, you know what? No. Up ahead to Nation. He's going to track it down and give it to Walters. Walters thought about it. And now to Costello. No good. Too strong, but Mason got it back. Another chance for Indian Hills. 20-point lead for the Warriors. Warriors at home next Saturday against Marshalltown, opening up conference play, and it's Maroon night. So Warrior Maroon. Walters. Yes, sir. Morgan's corner three-pointer. Trenton Walters is on fire tonight here in 23-point Warrior lead with 15:40 to go. And we'll see if the Warriors can keep it on here and keep Saux Valley from making a run back at us. Yarborough rattled, wouldn't go. Northern tried to track it down, and he does. Casey up ahead. Walters. Knocked loose, and it's going to be Saux Valley basketball. Indian Hills in the man-to-man. That is what we play. We don't press, but we are like clockwork on the man-to-man. And the Chagas on the floor. Out of bounds, Warrior basketball. So DeShagas, Casey, Walters, Perkins. Now Walters comes off, so Alan Johnson, Bridges. Naheem Northern comes out for the Skyhawks. 14:41 to go. No media timeouts over here. And we're fine with that. Bridges leaves it for DeShagas. DeShagas has it knocked loose, and he'll go to the free throw line. Good feed from Tayshaun. And the second is no good. Out of bounds, Skyhawk basketball. Well, I don't want to jinx anything. The first half was a little more standard in the amount of fouls that you would see. as Yarborough hits the one-legger. And so far in the second half, 2 team fouls on Indian Hills, 1 on them. Last year, remember that game, 59 fouls between the two teams. 59. Compare that to the second time that we played, and it was 29. Or 53, excuse me. 53 fouls, and then when we played the second time, 29. So it was quite an ordeal in that one. Tayshawn Bridges, how good is he around the basket? I mean, that guy can jump out of the gym. He is so athletic. And that's a 5-second call as Wakati needed a friend and everybody was busy. 61-38, Indian Hills in the lead. No new rankings this week. I think 4 of the top 10 teams, lost since the last ranking. So Indian Hills likely going to move up when the new rankings happen, as long as we can take care of business until that happens. From the corner, that one's off the top of the backboard. The Chagas gets it to Amonte Allen Johnson. He's racing up the floor, leaves it back for Perkins. And Perkins, yes, sir, a Morgan's Corner 3-pointer for Quentin Perkins and a foul. So what do we have here? The basket is good, 3-pointer. And the foul is on. Titus is looking at it. Didn't like the call? No? High-definition cameras provided by Dr. Mark Altfellish at the Optical Shop in downtown Ottumwa. And we'll stop the play as 64-38, Warriors in the lead, 12:54 to go in the ball game. And Malik, I don't know if he got poked in the eye or what happened, but seems to be okay, so that's good. Ball comes in to Kyle Jones. Wakati dumps it down to Ed Wiggins, and a foul. And the fray for the basketball. We're going to get Will Casey with a rules infraction. Hey, Ryan McLeod. Pastor McLeod has tuned in. Welcome in, Ryan. Second rules infraction on Casey. Wakati gets it in to Jones, who fires it up from the corner. Wouldn't go. Tip. And Jones comes away with it again. Gets it to Ed Wiggins. Wiggins. That one was a little short, but another chance. And now a foul. Mustafa's going to go to the free throw line. A.T. Manuan's on the floor for Indian Hills. So we've got Manuan, Allen Johnson, Casey, Perkins. And again, Wednesday the 15th is our next home wrestling meet. We hope to see a good crowd at the multi-purpose building in Centerville. After this road game tonight, the Warriors don't have another road game basketball-wise until the 20th. Get it out of here, Perkins, the Texas Ranger, laying down the law on that one. And that is knocked out of bounds. Big smile from Quentin Perkins, and rightfully so. That was impressive. Allen Johnson checked out. Walters back in. Perkins goes baseline, leaves it for Dashagas. And through traffic, they deny him. Now JV gets his hands back on a basketball. Gives it to Will Casey. Casey steps through. And I think we have an offensive foul. We do. Offensive foul on Will Casey. 64-40, 24-point Indian Hills lead. Casey knocked it loose. Oh, if he could have corralled that one. The fun we could have had in Dixon, Illinois. Stevenson, the athletic director, and A.J. Sharp, the head basketball coach. Always get, again, whatever we need to do what we need to do. We appreciate that. Abdullah Fall comes out of there with the rebound, gets it up to Perkins. Perkins to Will Casey. And no good, but he's going to go to the free throw line. Will is a 57.8% free throw shooter. Convert here? No, just a little off the mark. Out of bounds, though, Warrior basketball. Comes into Walters. Trenton has had the hot hand tonight. 5 3-pointers for the young man. Will Casey, nothing doing. Will Casey, nothing doing. And Will just could not convert on this trip down the floor. A couple of missed free throws and a couple of missed short ones, and doggone it. Basket and a foul. Blackhawk matchup in a couple of weeks, and then the final, I think it's our final regular season game, is when we're in Burlington in February. I know it's the Saturday night before the district wrestling meet, because Titus and I and Stephen will drive across the state of Iowa in the middle of the night. Running one-legger from Perkins, and now they throw it away, and the Warriors will have it. Quentin Perkins now has 11 points tonight. The Texas Rangers also had some tremendous defensive plays. He had a block that I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot of out there on social media. That was a heck of a swat. And he will now be the young man to bring it in play. To Walters. And a foul. Just the third of the half on the Skyhawks. No free throws coming. That's going to go against Ronald Wakate. And on Wakate, that's his second. 10:26 to go. 23-point Indian Hills lead. Walters loses it, but Abdullah gets it. They're all up in his business, and now we have a foul coming against Kyle Jones, young man out of Atlanta, Georgia, 6'1" sophomore. So Caden Nation will bring it in on the side. Third foul on Jones, fourth on the Skyhawks. As Abdullah whizzes it past the head of Caden Nation. And now Jones on the move. Maleth off the mark, and DeShagas has it. DeShagas playing with 4 fouls. We'll have to be a little careful. Steve and Phyllis watching. The Allisons welcome in. He's going to burn a little clock here. Shot clock's at 10. Now it's 6. DeShagas, we try to go over the top, and that's too high. And right now, they're giving the basketball to us. That's got to be, yeah, that can't be right. Now, JV thought he was held. He didn't get the call. Yarborough, Wakati, Coleman, Maleth, and Jones on the floor for the Skyhawks. For your Warriors, it is Walters, Nation, Fall, Perkins, and DeShagas. Out of bounds, it'll stay with the Skyhawks. Wakati gets it into Coleman. And his three-pointer is all net. Bryce Coleman had 7 in the first half. He's got 10 now. Make it 12 in the ball game. 13, excuse me. The lead is at 20. Caden Nation Puts it in. Good feed by Walters, and Nation gets the bucket. Yarborough, and he splashes it. It's a 19-point ball game with 8:42 to go. Caden Nation, he can fire from about anywhere. And unfortunately there, he has it knocked away. Turnover, and now a foul coming on the Warriors. And that'll be free throws. Caden taps himself on the head as if to say, what was I thinking? What you want? Call 641-682-6889. Schroeder Graphics, where our business makes your business look good. Community for support. Walters knocks it loose, but goes off the bottom of the backboard and then out of bounds. It'll stay with the Skyhawks with 8:29 to go. Malleth couldn't handle the inbound, and now Walters got a little bit too aggressive there, and that'll be a foul, and that wouldn't go. DeShagas has it. So Malleth, an 86% free throw shooter, could not convert there, and an empty trip for the Skyhawks. DeShagas. Foul coming. JV will call for a towel. And Titus is calling for a power dunk there. Oh, you want the reverse dunk on that. Up. Okay. All right. Titus Lettering giving some, from the broadcast area, some words of encouragement or direction. Peach Rings, I think. One brand is called Peach Rings, the other called Peach Wheelies. We'll look at that in the next timeout, and we'll tell you how that played out. 20-point Warrior lead after DeShagas got 1 of 2. Get it out! No, a foul call. The Texas Ranger trying to lay down the law again, and the official thought he saw some contact and called the foul. And Quentin obviously thought he had it, but Titus says no for man defensively. He's got 11 points tonight as well. Costello back on the floor. Three-pointer is off the back of the iron, no good. And Will Casey comes out of there with it. Indian Hills by 18 with 7:43 to go. And no shot. They're going to say it was on the floor. That's going to go against number 3. That is Kyle Jones, I believe. That'll be his 4th, and it is. Intozami and Bridges set to check in for Indian Hills. Now they get the buzzer. And Perkins will come out, as will DeShagas. 7:42 left. Quentin Perkins gives it to Bridges. Intozami occasionally will shoot a 3. In this case, shot clock is now at 2. Bridges, nothing doing. Didn't get any rims, so that'll be a turnover on downs. Shot clock violation on the Warriors. 69-51 is your score. Muhammad to Yarborough. Yarborough had to go high off the glass. Good defense, Will Casey. Intozami out of there with the rebound. Perkins to Bridges. And Bridges fires it into the hands of Mustafa. And a whistle. That one would not go, and Perkins is out of there with the rebound. Quentin gets, averages a couple of rebounds a ball game to go along with 2.5 assists and 4.7 points. And another block by Perkins. Bridges has it blocked, but that's a foul. Well, how about Quentin Perkins? We've got him with 3, but he got called for a foul on the one, unfortunately. And A.T. Manuon trying to get checked in. Probably for Bridges. He still seems a little bit disoriented just a bit out there. Or, still trying to kind of get back to normal here. Almost had the steal there. Casey on the defense of Yarborough. And now Bridges jumps. Casey's got it. Will Casey on the breakaway. Hey, baby! Will Casey. Having a little fun in Dixon, Illinois tonight. Coleman across the way. Jones with the extra pass to Yarborough. And his three-pointer is off the mark. And a foul coming against Bridges, I think. And it is against Tayshawn. And everybody in uniform for Indian Hills tonight has played. Costello to Perkins. Inside to Casey. Casey to the corner. Perkins. Off the rim, no good. 5:22 to go. 71-54 Indian Hills lead. Jones stops. Too strong. And Will Casey now. Puts it over the timeline. Quentin through traffic. Back to Costello. That one's going to be off the mark. Mason 3 points tonight. Yarborough puts it in, and it is a 15-point Indian Hills lead. Saux Valley has hung around here, and we look like we're going to blow it wide open. The largest lead was 26, and then Saux Valley has come back. No good there. And out of there with it are the Skyhawks. Abdullah Fall coming down to check in for Indian Hills. They go inside to Bryce Coleman, and he backs us down and puts it in. And it's a 13-point ball game, and now Coach Dewey's saying, all right, we need a good possession here. We need a bucket. We need to stop the momentum. So he wants the Warriors to slow it down just a little bit here. We don't have to take the first thing we look at. We've got to stay focused, get a good look. AT to the corner. Costello, too strong. Will Casey's got the rebound. We need a bucket here. They're on a bit of a run on us, so we need to get a bucket, kill the momentum. And now Perkins gives it to AT. We look to set the offense here again. Perkins. No good. Fight for it. And rebound Skyhawks. We did take a lot of time off the clock, though, on that trip down the floor. 3:15 now. Left to go in the ball game, and 13-point Indian Hills lead. KC. And that one is no good. The putback is no good, but a foul coming here is going to put Mustafa on the free throw line with 3:05 to go. Walters and we'll have our post game coming up with Coach Dewey. Long pass. Costello's able to corral it. Again, we need a bucket in a bad way. Walters, who's had the hot hand tonight, he's got 15 points. 5 3-pointers for him tonight. Costello. Yes, sir. Morgan's corner 3-pointer for Mason Costello. Shooter shoot. And that's what Costello did right there. Yarborough trying to answer. Too strong, and good box out by Abdullah Fall. He gets the board, and now with 2:20 to go in a 14-point lead, Indian Hills will be in no hurry. Kim Conklin Garner. Come on, Warriors. Absolutely. Across the way, Costello now goes baseline. Gets it to Perkins, back to Walters. Abdullah with 4 on the shot clock. to Walters. Walters has that one blocked. 1:51 to go in the ball game. 14-point Indian Hills lead. Yarborough got it. It's an 11-point game. We go under a minute and a half. And the Warriors going to slow it down here. I would think that would be the move. Walters needs a friend, finds Costello. Shot clock at 8. Gets it across to Walters. Now to Perkins. Now Costello. Off the rim, no good. Yarborough's got it. They could get to single digits. And they do. And a timeout. This thing away. And they will likely now foul, having it to 9, I would think. Perkins getting through traffic. And a foul called from across the way, which is what they want. Now, Jones probably was not wanting to have to be the guy because that'll be his 5th. So that'll be it for Kyle Jones tonight. And they will check in. Perry on Mays. And got it. And the lead's at 11. Quentin Perkins having a big night. Great defense and offense. Yarborough basket and a foul with 43.8 to go. That makes it in. Vlad's got it. And that's big because it also keeps them from being able to take a timeout to talk about things. So the lead's at 9 with 35 seconds to go, and they're gonna have to foul, obviously. And they do. Maleth fouls Trenton Walters. 78% free throw shooter on the season is Walters. 9th foul, so still a 1-and-1. And Trenton got the first. Got them both. Leads back to 11. Indian Hills trying to get out of here with a Hy-Vee Warrior win. 27 seconds left to go here. They need to be shooting. Knocked loose. Out of bounds. Skyhawk basketball. 14 seconds on the shot clock. And, man, certainly not going to be happy, Coach Sharp, with that. I mean, you have to have the urgency. You have to get some shots up in a hurry in this situation. And that's interesting. On a dead ball inbound, I'm not sure you can have 2 guys out of bounds. And they did there. They had some confusion. 18.4 to go. Just don't foul here. Shot clock at 9. Just no real urgency. Now Yarborough to hoop. Back off. Don't foul. Tip it out of there. 9 seconds, and Walters will be fouled. And 11 points to get to 20. Got that one. I think he actually had 17. Now I've got him at 18. And now 19. That's what I have for Trenton. But we'll get you some final scoring numbers, and then we'll wrap up and get ready for our interview with Coach Dewey. That one is off the mark. Put back no good. Tipped around, and that's how this one will end. 80-67 is going to be your final. Indian Hills is going to go to 15-4 on the year. 5-0 on the road. Saux Valley will fall to 7-10.